My friend. When Emily moved into the old, Victorian house at the edge of town, she was excited about the adventure. Her parents had bought the house for a steal, attributing the low price to its dilapidated state. But Emily felt an odd, cold presence the moment she stepped inside. Her room was on the top floor, tucked away in a dusty corner of the house. On her first night there, she noticed an antique mirror leaning against the wall. It was tarnished, with intricate carvings along the frame. As she lay in bed, she couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching her. Weeks passed, and the house was slowly restored to its former glory. But the unsettling feeling never left Emily. One night, unable to sleep, she stared into the mirror. The glass seemed to ripple, and to her horror, a pair of red eyes stared back at her. "Don't be afraid," a voice whispered, cold and smooth. "I'm your friend." Emily froze, her heart pounding in her chest. "Who are you?" "I'm Azrael," the voice replied. "I've been trapped here for centuries. I can help you, Emily. I can make your wishes come true." Emily was skeptical, but the promise of a friend and the allure of getting what she wanted was too tempting to resist. "What do you want in return?" Azrael's eyes gleamed. "Just your friendship." Despite her better judgment, Emily agreed. From that night on, her life changed dramatically. Her grades improved, her parents suddenly had better jobs, and she became the most popular girl in school. Everything she desired, Azrael provided, but there were rules. Emily had to talk to Azrael every night, standing before the mirror. She had to confide in him, tell him her secrets, and never, ever break their bond. Years went by, and Emily grew accustomed to her demon friend. Azrael was always there, always listening. But as she grew older, she started to notice the price of their friendship. Shadows seemed to follow her, and she often felt an oppressive darkness around her. One evening, Emily decided she had had enough. "Azrael," she said firmly, "I want to end this. I don't want your help anymore." The mirror darkened, and the red eyes blazed with anger. "You cannot break our bond, Emily. You made a deal." Terrified, Emily smashed the mirror with a heavy bookend. The glass shattered, but instead of falling to the floor, it seemed to dissolve into a swirling vortex of darkness. Azrael emerged from the shards, no longer confined to the mirror. "You cannot escape me," he hissed. "You belong to me." Emily ran from the house, but the darkness pursued her. Everywhere she went, she felt Azrael's presence. Desperate, she sought help from a local priest. He listened to her story and agreed to help her perform a ritual to banish the demon. That night, they returned to the house. Candles flickered as the priest chanted ancient words, and Emily felt a strange pull at her very soul. Azrael appeared, his form twisted and monstrous. "You cannot get rid of me, Emily. Our bond is eternal." The priest continued his chants, his voice growing stronger. Azrael screamed, a sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of the house. With one final word, the priest thrust a crucifix into the air, and Azrael was pulled back into the shattered remnants of the mirror. The house was silent. Emily collapsed, exhausted but relieved. The priest helped her to her feet. "It's over," he said. "He's gone." But as Emily left the house, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was still watching her. She glanced back at the house, and for a brief moment, she thought she saw a pair of red eyes glinting in the darkness. From that day on, Emily never spoke of Azrael again, but she always felt a chill when she looked into a mirror, a reminder of the friend she once had, and the darkness that still lurked just beyond the glass.